In the previous lecture, we saw that Kaufmann's strict view of Israelite monotheism does not accord with several biblical quotes that seem to acknowledge the existence and even the legitimacy of other deities. 18th and 19th century scholars attempted to formulate exact terms to describe the religious faith reflected in the texts which we read. Julius Wellhausen, often considered the founder of modern biblical studies, called it monolatry, single worship, that is, a religious belief that acknowledges the existence of multiple gods but claims the supremacy of one deity above all others. Others proposed the term henotheism that similarly relates to a religious conception that focuses on the worship of one god without absolutely denying the powers of other deities. Many scholars believe that biblical religion began as a monolatry and only later, apparently in the 7th or 6th century BCE, developed into monotheism. This is why distinctly monotheistic statements appear in later biblical books, such as Jeremiah.
O Lord, my strength and my stronghold, and my refuge in a day of trouble. To you nations shall come from the ends of the earth and say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, things that are futile and worthless. Can a man make gods for himself? No gods are they.
The nations in these verses acknowledge the exclusiveness of the God of Israel and deny the existence of the gods of their forefathers. The gods of the nations have no reality or power here. According to the approach of Wellhausen and others, this verse reflects a change in Israelite religious philosophy. It reflects the growth of monotheism that absolutely negates the existence of foreign gods. Kaufmann, on the other hand, believed that monotheism lies at the base of the biblical religion from its very beginning. This approach is sometimes called Mosaic monotheism, that is, the monotheism of Moses, due to the extreme antiquity that it ascribes to Israelite monotheism. It is important to observe that the historical model of Wellhausen and others, according to which monotheism developed in Israel from approximately the beginning of the 7th century BCE, is based on a number of hypotheses regarding the dating of biblical books, especially Deuteronomy and the last parts of Isaiah. The validity of Wellhausen's evolutionary model depends on his theories about the dating of biblical literature. You can find more details about this issue in the syllabus. According to Wellhausen, the Israelite religion in its ancient monolatrous form was actually not very different from the beliefs of the neighboring peoples. Many cultures viewed their national god as superior to the other gods. In Enuma Elish, for instance, Marduk is presented as the king of all gods. However, in Mesopotamia, monolatry never matured into a real monotheism. The Mesopotamian world continued to be characterized by a polytheistic viewpoint.